Knowing how to keep your home always clean may seem like a challenging task, but it is essential for our health, well-being, and for creating a light, positive energy in every space. And look, I'm not talking about having a spotless house or living with a cleaning obsession. What I want to show you is how to have a truly clean home, the kind that makes us feel good every single day, without stress, without heaviness, and without excess. It's about enjoying being in every little corner of your home. Today, I'm going to show you 20 things that accumulate dirt every day and how to take care of them in a practical way. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, take a moment to subscribe now, because every week I bring new videos that will help you create a lighter routine and keep your home clean and organized. Let's start by talking about things we don't even notice, but that accumulate dirt every single day. The first one is the remote control. Seriously, think about it. We handle it all the time, sometimes with sweaty hands, with leftover food or kitchen grease, and we don't even remember to clean it. And the worst part is that it sits there in the living room, on the coffee table, being passed from hand to hand. Not to mention the dust particles that build up on every button. When we press them, part of that dirt ends up spreading back onto our hands. That's why, from time to time, it's worth wiping it with a cloth and a bit of alcohol or a proper cleaning product just to keep it clean and safe. Another thing we don't always remember to sanitize is the cell phone. The cell phone. It's practically an extension of our hand, right? We touch it all the time, on public transportation, in our pocket, in our bag, and the craziest part is that it goes with us to every corner of the house. Sometimes we're in the kitchen, using it while we eat, or on the couch with hands still dirty from a snack, and we don't even realize that all that oil and food particles are sticking to the screen and the case. And it's not just that. Bacteria we can't even imagine may be there, silently waiting to spread back to our hands, face, or other objects in the house. Cleaning your phone a few times a week with alcohol or a suitable cloth isn't just about hygiene. It's about taking care of our health and the sense of lightness the home conveys, because no one wants to touch an object and feel that invisible dirt clinging to it. And speaking of things we touch constantly, house keys also deserve attention. It may seem simple, but think about it. They fall on the floor, stay inside bags, touch countertops or tables, and we hold those keys with the same hand we use to grab food or open the bedroom door. Without realizing it, invisible particles, dust, food residue, microorganisms end up spreading across our hands and everything around us. It's almost as if each key carries a little piece of the street into the house. A simple habit, like regularly cleaning the part we hold, makes all the difference. It's a small detail, but it completely changes the feeling of cleanliness and care, leaving the home lighter and safer. And honestly, once you start paying attention to this, you realize how small changes like this make us feel so much better inside our own home. Now let's talk about light switches. It may seem silly, but we press them dozens of times a day, and each touch leaves an invisible mark of dirt, hand oils, or dust. Many times we don't even notice, but they build up and can even transfer dirt back onto our hands when we turn the lights on. A damp cloth with a bit of alcohol from time to time works wonders. And of course, door handles. Bathroom, kitchen, bedroom handles, all of them. They may seem like small details, but the truth is we touch them dozens of times a day, with hands that have just cooked, washed dishes, used the phone, or dusted the house. And each touch leaves behind an invisible mark of grease, dust, and microparticles we don't even notice. What's interesting is that we usually only remember to clean these handles when the house is already organized, but many times we don't really pay attention to them. And when we do take care of them, the feeling is amazing. Suddenly, the whole environment feels lighter, fresher, more welcoming. It's impressive how something as simple as a damp cloth can transform the experience of being at home. You open a door, and without even realizing it, you feel that the place is truly clean and cared for, because every detail matters, and door handles are those details that make all the difference. Continuing with this list, there are some things we touch all the time but rarely remember to clean. A good example is kitchen countertops. The kitchen is the place where we prepare food, but it's also a place where dirt spreads without us realizing it. Many times we think we've cleaned it, but tiny particles of flour, dust, and crumbs remain, mixing with small droplets of grease. And what's most interesting is that even after washing the countertop, when we place a damp cloth or our hands on it, those particles seem to appear again. A quick daily cleaning with a spray or mild detergent can completely transform the space. Speaking of the kitchen, we can't forget the dishwashing sponge. We often focus on clean dishes, but the sponge itself holds an invisible world of bacteria and food residue. You know when the sponge is still damp and you think it's fine to use? Well, it becomes a true breeding ground for microorganisms if it isn't replaced frequently. Another item we hardly notice, but that can be a silent problem, is bathroom drains. Yes, drains. Always wet, collecting hair strands, dust, and tiny particles that stay hidden there. We usually only remember them when the smell starts to bother us, but in reality, they are dirtying the environment all the time. Using a cleaner from time to time and removing visible hair already helps keep the bathroom healthier. And here's something curious. The kitchen sink also deserves attention. It may look clean because the water runs through it, but the edges, the drain, and even the area underneath the faucet hide small food particles, detergent residue, and an impressive amount of bacteria. It's one of those places we think is clean, but in practice holds a lot of invisible dirt. Dish towels also belong on this list. We use them several times a day, right? To dry our hands, wipe the countertop, dry dishes, and we don't even realize they're accumulating moisture, food residue, and those invisible particles that stay trapped in the fabric. Over time, they become a real hiding place for microorganisms, and we keep using them without thinking twice. The key detail is that when you change and wash them frequently or let them dry properly, the difference is immediate. The kitchen feels lighter, fresher, and safer. It's the kind of care you don't really notice in everyday life, but that completely transforms the feeling of being at home. Every small action, like taking care of dish towels, reflects on the entire environment and makes us feel calmer and more comfortable. And if we think about the office or a study corner, the computer keyboard is another major dirt collector. It's incredible how many dust particles, food crumbs, and even skin oils hide between the keys. And we don't even notice. Only when we wipe it down do we realize how much dirt has built up. It's one of those details that completely changes the feeling of cleanliness when you keep it properly maintained. The mouse follows the same pattern. It seems like only we touch it, but it holds dust, oil, and tiny particles that stick to our hands without us noticing. A quick wipe on the outside, and even the comfort of using the computer changes. And something many people don't even think about: glasses. They're always close to the face, but they collect dust, makeup, and skin oil. Cleaning them frequently not only helps you see better, but also prevents particles from spreading across your face and nearby surfaces. In the kitchen and dining area, the refrigerator also accumulates dirt we don't even notice. The handles, shelves, and even the door seals trap food residue, dust, and invisible microorganisms. Wiping them regularly with alcohol or a mild detergent makes a difference in hygiene and even in the appliance's durability. And here's something to think about. Shoes also deserve attention. Even the ones that stay near the entrance. Did you know they carry dust, sand, and street oil? And every step inside the house spreads a little of all that across the floors and rugs. It's amazing how we don't notice it, but these invisible details can make the environment feel heavier and even more worn over time. When you start cleaning or sanitizing the soles from time to time, the difference is almost magical. The house feels lighter, with that freshness that makes you want to walk barefoot and truly feel a clean environment. It's a simple habit, but one that completely changes the sense of well-being at home, making us feel calmer and more welcomed. And, of course, upholstered furniture and cushions also hold particles we can't even imagine: dust, pet hair, food crumbs, and even microparticles that fall from clothing. Vacuuming regularly and, when possible, washing covers or upholstery helps maintain that feeling of comfort and freshness.
And now, let's talk about rugs. They may seem harmless, but think about it. They collect dust from the street, pet hair, crumbs, and microorganisms that get trapped in the fibers. We walk over them all the time without thinking, step on them, sit on them, let daily life happen, and with each step, a little of that dirt spreads through the space, almost without us noticing. But when you start vacuuming regularly and from time to time washing or beating the rug, the difference is impressive. The space seems to breathe, the home feels lighter and healthier, and even the sense of comfort increases. It's amazing how something we barely noticed can make such a big difference in the well-being of everyone who lives there. And look at this. There are things we don't even imagine accumulate dirt every day. One example is handbags. We take them everywhere, on the street, public transportation, to work, and then place them on tables, chairs, or the sofa. The outside, the handles, the inner pockets, all of that picks up dust, food residue, microparticles from outside, and even that musty smell that forms when they stay closed for too long. It's almost as if each bag carries a little piece of the outside world into our home. Cleaning the outside and from time to time organizing or sanitizing the pockets makes a huge difference because dirt doesn't spread to our hands, furniture, or clothes. And finally, something that often goes unnoticed but also accumulates invisible dirt every single day: the remote control for the air conditioner or fan. It seems like it's just sitting there, but we touch it constantly with our hands, often with dust, sweat, or food residue, and it also attracts dust particles from the air itself. When you turn the device on, that dust is released back into the environment, spreading microparticles through the air we breathe. Gently wiping it with a damp cloth and regularly cleaning the buttons and surfaces not only keeps the remote clean, but also helps keep the air in your home healthier and more pleasant. And do you know why all of this matters? It's not just about aesthetics or having a tidy home. Being in a clean environment does an incredible amount of good for our mind and our body. When we step into an organized, dirt-free space, the feeling of lightness is immediate. It feels like everything becomes easier and more peaceful. A clean environment helps reduce stress, improves concentration, increases energy, and even allows our creativity to flow better. It's impressive how small changes in the way we care for our home end up reflecting in our productivity and our mood. In addition, cleanliness affects our health in ways we often don't even realize. Dust, mites, and accumulated dirt can worsen allergies, skin irritations, and respiratory problems, while a well-cared-for home helps prevent all of that, keeping you and your family more protected. And there's more. Taking care of the home is also connected to prosperity and the energy of the space. An organized, clean environment conveys a sense of abundance and care, and somehow inspires us to be more organized and mindful in life as a whole. It's as if the space reflects what we want to attract into our lives. That's why, more than cleaning out of obligation, it's about creating a space that makes us feel good, that's a pleasure to be in, that opens room for good ideas, peaceful moments, and even prosperity. When the home feels light, life feels lighter too. So, did you like the tips? Did you see how small things we barely notice end up accumulating dirt every single day? Taking care of these details makes all the difference in keeping your home light, healthy, and full of positive energy. If you're not subscribed yet, take a moment to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos, because every week there's something new to help you take care of your home with practicality and good taste. And don't forget, all these ideas and many others can be found here with Marietta Fernandez from Decor Casa, bringing tips to transform your home into a more organized, beautiful space full of well-being. See you in the next video.